Heading into match number 3, we go now over in the CONCACAF Nations League with some countries on the brink of already sealing top spot. But what's going to go on in this week's action? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today it's all about the CONCACAF Nations League, and it's coming at you this coming week. It's a busy week. I'm going to cram everything all into one video. That's right. We'll get into all of that in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. One-stop shop for CONCACAF Nations League, Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear, boys, under one Ruski. That's right. Yes, of course, the likes of the Reggae Boys back in action. Costa Rica are also in it, as are the likes of Guatemala and Co. But will they get another victory to the name? Well, we'll take a look at it in a minute. Big shout out once again to the VIPs, the other patrons. You know who you are. And a big shout out to the members, that's right, who are also a big part of this channel's family. Now, there is, all you guys out there, all the CONCACAF lovers out there, another way to be part of this family. And what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this. That's right, folks. This is a perfect way to become part of the family, and that is, of course, voting. We have, of course, been nominated for 2 categories at this year's Football Content Creator Awards. Best Club Content Creator, Football League. Best Podcast for the Football League. So please go ahead to the website on your screen, cut the /vote BRFC, and smash us in there. It will do us absolutely bits if you could do that. There's also a QR code on the screen if you want to use that. There's also a link in the description down below, also to make things much airstreamed for you. So please go ahead and vote. If you like CONCACAF football, if you like Blackburn Rovers, if you like Blackburn Rovers and CONCACAF football, please go ahead and vote. And if you're triple savvy and want to be my best mate for life, go ahead and do it as many times as you possibly can. So please go ahead and vote. So here we go then, guys. We're going to recap the last round of games which did take place in the month of September. We're now crawling into the month of October. And, of course, bring you bang up to date. Now, these were the games and these were my predictions. And as you can see, there's some right, some wrong, and absolutely some nowhere near. Speaking of which, just like at the top of the graphic, Nicaragua could only draw against Cuba. TT, what's gone wrong with them? They could only get a draw as well against French Guyana. The Reggae Boys did get their first victory under Steve McLaren there, 2-1 win against Honduras. That's a big win in the end. I did go for a draw. Curacao, though, 4-0 winners of Saint Martin. Grenada, they did lose to St. Lucia. Haiti, though, with the biggest scoreline of the day, 6-0 win over the other side of the island, St. Martin, of course, the Dutch side. Puerto Rico with a 1-0 win over Aruba. And the Battle of the Dominicans, the Dominican Republic did come out on top with a 2-0 win over Dominica. Bermuda with that 1-0 away win. Suriname losing to Guadalupe. Guyana and Martinique could not be separated. Neither could Guatemala and Costa Rica. 0-0 in the end on that one. Grenadines did beat Montserrat 2-0. El Salvador also coming out on top of the 2-1 win over Bonaire. Barbados beating Bahamas 3-2 on the road. And Belize with a big 4-0 win over Curacao. That's right. So this is typically where I would say, let's take a look at how you guys got on in the prediction league. Well, we've actually dropped in the prediction leagues for these competitions. I just think the interest isn't there right now. Maybe we'll revisit it for the World Cup qualifiers back for the 2026. So for right now, we're going to put that on hold. It takes a lot of hard work and for very little end product. So we're going to skip forward to take a look at the tables. And here they are. As you see it, after 2 games, Costa Rica are in the driving seat alongside Guatemala in League A, Group A. Into the other group, Jamaica, top charts on that one. Nicaragua also doing A-OK with Honduras breathing down their necks. Meanwhile, as we drop down to League B, it's El Salvador, 2 wins from 2. They're perfect. As are St. Lucia, picking up a double win so far in League B, Group B. Into League B, Group C is Haiti. They've also got back-to-back wins. And in League B, Group D, we have Dominican Republic with also 6 points out of a possible 6. Then we drop down to League C, and it's Barbados, double wins there. It's also Belize with a double win, and St. Kitts and Nevis with double wins. But that could all change right here, right now, guys, as we roll in to the second round. Actually, match number 3 right here. And we've got a stacked agenda. And we're going to be hopping all over the islands and the lands, of course, of Central America. And it's going to kick off right about now. All right then, folks, kicking us all off at the top of the graphic, it is British Virgin Islands up against St. Kitts Nevis. I've gone early, guys. But coming at you over at the where are we? Warner Park Sporting Complex over in the island of St. Kitts Nevis. Of course, British Virgin Islands coming into this on 25% form. That means they've lost 4 on the bounce. That's right. Up against St. Kitts and Nevis, who have actually got great form right now. 3 wins on the bounce. And they sit top of this League C, Group C matchup. Meanwhile, their opposition and technically the hosts, it is British Virgin Islands currently with 0 points and 3rd place in the table. Now, these two sides did actually just play back in the month of September, and it was a comfortable 2-0 win for St. Kitts and St. Nevis there. And of course, prior to that, St. Kitts and Nevis picking up big wins over the likes of Bahamas and the Cayman Islands in both World Cup qualifying as well as this competition. I have actually, gone early on this one. I've gone with the 1-1 draw, which typically is going to favour St. Kitts and Nevis right now, but British Virgin Islands struggling for anything in this competition at the moment. Next up, we go to French Guyana as they take on Honduras, heavyweight Honduras, who are actually not in great form at the moment. In fact, they're in identical form to that of French Guyana. The host match taking place over the Dr. Edmond Lama Municipal Stadium in French Guyana. Now, they have played just the one time, and again, that was actually in the CONCACAF Gold Cup way back in July 2017. We'll talk about that in a minute. French Guyana, they're currently 5th in this respective tournament with just 1 point to the name, as of Honduras, of course, sitting in 3rd with 3 points. That's League A Group B, of course, 58% form for them at the moment. That's Guyana, just 1 win in the last 4. Honduras, 2 wins at the last 4, 58% form for them as well over the last 6. Now, the last match was doesn't actually give me the scoreline, but I would believe it's a 3-0 win in favour of Honduras, who are coming into this on the back of that loss to the Reggae Boys. That was Jamaica back in September. Guyana make it back-to-back games without scoring a goal, so they will be the underdogs, I'm sure, for this one. We don't have any odds on this. Of course, we are coming at you very, very early, but I do think it will be a Honduras victory here, 3-0 win to put them back in control, in command over in League A Group B in the CONCACAF Nations League. Head on over to Cuba now, as they will be taking on, who are they going to be taking on? They're going to be taking on Trinidad and Tobago, man. That's right. Coming at you at the Estadio Antonio Maceo in Santiago de Cuba. Played 6 times, these two juggernauts of CONCACAF Football League A Group B. Played 6 times. 4 wins for TT, 1 win for Cuba and 1 draw between the two sides. Cuba, though, 4th in the table with just 2 points. Just 1 defeat them in the last 5. They're looking good at the moment. As for TT, they're down in 6th with 1 point. However, just 1 defeat in the last 6, but their form is pretty woeful, and we'll get into that in a minute. Last time around, though, at this very venue, or over in Cuba, it was a 0-0 draw back in November 2014. Trinidad on the back of a draw against French Guyana. They lost to Honduras. Back-to-back games without scoring a goal. Their last win was a big one. It was a 7-1 win against Bahamas in the World Cup qualifiers. Cuba, though, on the back of successive draws, important draws against the like of Jamaica and Nicaragua. So they're unbeaten so far in this competition. I'm actually a little bit stunned by the quality of Trinidad and Tobago football at the moment. But I think Cuba might surprise us all here. And I'm going to give them at least a point. But realistically, Trinidad, from the years historically, should be winning this game. Head on over to St. Vincent and Grenadines. That's right. I've done it again. I've jumped. I'm eager beaver on this one, as of course Bonaire entertain Montserrat. Of course, coming at you on I believe it's October the 10th of the 10th. And it will be Bonaire against Montserrat. That's right. Played just 1 time since 2014. We'll talk about that in a minute. Bonaire in 3rd place right now in League B Group A. Without a win, though, in the last 4. Up against Montserrat, who are, of course, stinking form right now. 4 defeats on the spin. They are 4th with 0 points in that same group. The last time that they played, the only time that they played was back in June 2014. It was a 0-0 draw. It was in the Caribbean Cup preliminaries. Bonaire, though, on the back of a point against Vincent Grenadines and a 2-1 loss to El Salvador. Montserrat losing to the likes of El Salvador and St. Vincent Grenadines in that respected group. Gone early. I want for Montserrat. Don't think I'm right, but I'm going to go with a 1-0 win over at the Armas Vale Stadium. Head on over to Christchurch in Barbados as the US Virgin Islands take on Barbados over in League C Group A. Technically, this is classed as a 5th round match, but we take place right there at the Wildly Turf. Of course, US Virgin Islands without a win in the last 6, but they do have a point so far in League C Group A up against Barbados, who come in on back-to-back wins, but 33% form for them over the last 6. Now, they played 5 times, these two countries, since 2015. 1 win for Virgin Islands, 4 for Barbados. There's been no draws. Last time around, it was back in September at Barbados, who were technically the hosts. 3-0 winners it was in there. Yeah, they've played them a whole bunch of times, 5 times. I'm looking, actually, there was a win there for Virgin Islands. But anyway, the last 4 clean sheets against the Virgin Islands. So Barbados, overwhelming favourites, of course, back-to-back wins. Virgin Islands do have a point to the name, picking up a free draw against Bahamas. You ain't got no odds on this one, but realistically, it should be an away win, right? Surely. No, gone with another draw. Crazy. Hey, so crazy things can happen. Football is a crazy old game. But I'm going to go for the sitting on the fence somewhat with a 1-1 draw. Also, technically, match day number 5 over in League C Group B. It'll be Anguilla up against Belize. That's right. Anguilla coming at you with just 1 win in the last 4 games. 42% form for them right now. Up against Belize, who come into us on back-to-back wins, sitting in top spot with 6 points over in League C Group B. They played just the 1 time since 2024. It was the reverse fixture. Technically, Belize were the hosts, even though this game is going to be taking place at the FFB Stadium over in Belize. It was back in the 10th of September. 1-0 win. It was prior to that, though, Belize on the back of a 4-0 win of the Turks Chaos. So back-to-back clean sheets for them coming at you. And Anguilla, though, did pick up a win themselves against Turks Chaos. So they do have at least 3 points to the name on this one. I don't know which way I'm going on this one, but it's going to be a trickier one. Am I sitting on the fence again? No, I'm going against the grain. I'm going with Anguilla for the victory. Belize taking the L, but I think I might be wrong on this. Let's go to Guadeloupe as they take on Martinique. That's coming at you on 11th of October, coming at you over at the Stade Roger, Zami, Lucia. Guadeloupe coming at you 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 5. They're sitting in 4th with 3 points to the name. Up against Martinique, just 1 defeat in the last 6 for them, 58% form for them. They are the draw kings, drawing 3 of the last 4. They sit 5th with 1 point to the name. Now, these 2 nations have played twice since 2012. 1 win for Martinique, 1 draw, nothing for Guadeloupe heading into this one. That draw, though, was a thriller. 3-3 way back in October 2012. But the most recent match between these 2 sides did end in a win for Martinique back in October the 10th, 2014. Martinique, though, so far just the 1 point, and it was a 2-2 draw against Guyana last time around. Meanwhile, Guadeloupe with a 1-0 win over Suriname, and the only defeat was that of Costa Rica. Match taking place over in Group A, League A Group A, and it is at the Stade Roger Zami. We are going with a 1-0 win for Guadeloupe to end that streak and get the first win over Martinique in my records. Alrighty, we get to some big ones now. It's Suriname taking on Costa Rica, coming at you at the Dr. Franklin Isaac Stadion in Permeable. Suriname coming at you, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They sit 3rd with 3 points over in League A Group A. Up against Costa Rica, who sit top with 4 points, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, these 2 countries have played 3 times since 2008. We've got nothing for Suriname, 3 for Costa Rica, and there's been no draws. Last time around at this in Suriname, it was a 2-1 win for Costa Rica. It was back in the Cold. Actually, it wasn't in Suriname. It was a 2-1 win for Costa Rica. It was in the Gold Cup. Last time they played in Suriname, I believe, was back in October 2008. It was a 4-1 win for Costa Rica. They've scored, 13 goals against them over the last 3, averaging 4.33 goals a game. They come into on the back of that clean sheet against Guatemala. It was a 0-0 draw. In fact, they haven't conceded a goal in this Nations League thus far. Suriname, though, on the back of a 3-1 win against Guyana, but most recently a 1-0 loss to Guadeloupe. No odds right here, right now. There's only one winner in my eyes. It's going to be Costa Rica on the road. They are, of course, one of the heavy hitters, and they should be winning this game. So I think they'll take it to the house with a 2-1 win. Head on over to Nicaragua now as they take on the Reggae Boys. That's right, Steve McLaren's merry men as Nicaragua. Where are we? Over here. Taking on Jamaica Me Crazy. October the 10th is the day. In fact, stop right there. Stop right there. I've dropped the gun. You've got to get out there and vote, guys. You've got to get out there and vote. Blackburn Overseas, Best Club Content Creator, Football League, Best Podcast for the Football League. So please, please, please go ahead and vote. Links are in the description. And I do appreciate all the votes that you throw my way. It's all down to the voting now. So please go ahead and vote. Now back to the thick of things. Nicaragua will be taking on Jamaica Me Crazy. That's right, coming at you on the, when is it? October the 10th. That's right. Nicaragua against Jamaica. Played twice since 2015. 1 win apiece. No draws so far. Nicaragua are currently top the charts. League A, Group B. 4 points to the name. Unbeaten in the last 5. Up against Jamaica, who do have also 4 points to the name. Unbeaten start to the campaign. Now, the last time that these two sides played in Nicaragua was a 2-0 win for Jamaica back in September 2015. Jamaica did start with a 0-0 draw against Cuba, followed up with a 2-1 win against Honduras in Honduras. Meanwhile, as for Nicaragua, 1-0 win away win against French Guyana. They did draw to Cuba as well. So the Cubans looking to be a stiff opposition. But tight one on this one. I am leaning towards a draw. That's right. I'm not too sure about Jamaica yet under Steve McLaren, but Nicaragua will be proven to be tough opposition. And of course, this group will go down to the wire. Head on over to St. Vincent Grenadines now as they take on El Salvador. Played just the one time in 2024. It was actually World Cup qualifier. We'll talk about that in a minute. Vincent Grenadines, 42% form for them right now. Unbeaten the last two, though, as they sit in second with 4 points to the name. Standing in the way, at top of the table, El Salvador, back-to-back wins. For them, actually 3 wins on the bounce. If you want to stretch it further, just 1 defeat in the last 5, 75% form for them over in League B, Group A. The most recent match, the only match according to my records, was back in June 2024. It was a 3-1 win for El Salvador and it was over at the islands of St. Vincent Grenadines, who come into this on the back of that 2-0 win over Montserrat. They also picked up a cheeky draw against Bonaire. El Salvador picking up wins against Montserrat and Bonaire themselves, scoring 6 goals in the 2 games combined. No bookies on this one, but there's only one winner. Going to be El Salvador, and convincingly 3-0 win on the islands of St. Vincent and Grenadines. Up on over to the islands of St. Lucia now as Grenada take on Curacao. That's coming at you also on the 11th of October. St. Lucia, where are they? It's going to be a little bit sticky trying to find these guys taking on. Where are we? Where are we? It's actually Grenada. I'm looking for Grenada. Where the bloody hell? There they are, taking on Curacao. But taking place at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Played just one time since 2014. Grenada just 1 win in 6. They sit third with 3 points. Up against Curacao, 4 wins. Out of the last 5, they sit second with 3 points over in League B, Group B. Last time, and the only time they have played, was in Curacao. It was a 2-1 win way back in September 2014 Caribbean Cup. First round, Group 4. St. Lucia. Grenada, so far in this CONCACAF Nations League, 2-0 winners over St. Martin and a 2-1 loss to St. Lucia. On the flip side, Curacao also losing to St. Lucia, but picking up a 4-0 win over St. Martin. I think I'm going to go with Curacao here. They get at least a draw, 1-1, technically on the road, another point in the bag, but who's going to stop St. Lucia? Up on over to the islands of Aruba as we go St. Martin, taking on Puerto Rico. That's coming at you as well this coming week in a stacked out fixture list. Of course, this one's on the 11th of October. St. Martin against Puerto Rico. League B Group C. Played never, according to my eyes. 50% form for St. Martin, winning 3 and losing 3. Sitting in third in the table up against Puerto Rico, who have just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 67% form for them right now. They opened up with a 4-1 loss to Haiti. Backed that up with a 1-0 win over Aruba. St. Martin 2-0 loss to Aruba. Sorry, 2-0 win over Aruba, and then backed that up with a horrible loss, 6-0 against Haiti, who look the real bloody deal. Don't know too much about them, but technically I think I'm going to back Puerto Rico. They got more tools to their armour, so I think they'll get their way with a 2-1 win on the road over on the Comprehendo Deportivo Guillermo de Trinidad in Aruba. Head on over to Guyana, take on Guatemala now. It's taking place at the synthetic track and field facility in Lenora. Coming at you this coming. When are we playing this game? Are we on the 3rd here? It's Grenada. It's Guyana, up against Guatemala on the 11th of October over in League A, Group A. Guyana just 1 win in the last 6 games. They sit 5th at the moment up against Guatemala. 50% form for them, winning 2, losing 2, and drawing 2 over the last 6. Just 1 win over the last 5 if you want to open it up. 2 times their places, 2010, nothing for Guyana, 2 for Guatemala, 0 draws. Last time around, over in Guyana, it was a 3-0 win for Guatemala back in November 2010. However, they did play in Guatemala, or at least, I think it was in Guatemala. 4-0 winners it was back in July 2021. The hosts, that is technically Guyana, coming into this on the back of a 3-1 loss to Suriname and then a 2-2 draw against Martinique. Guatemala did beat Martinique, but only could draw with Costa Rica, which is, to be fair, a solid result. They should win this game as well. I think Guatemala going to go with a 4-0 demolition job of Guyana, taking the 3 points and challenging maybe Costa Rica for that top spot. Heading back over to the islands of St. Lucia now as they sit in the away dugout up against St. Martin, the French side of the island, over in League B, Group B. They come at us. St. Martin, back-to-back defeats for them, 67% form. Currently find themselves fourth with 0 points. St. Lucia are top, back-to-back wins, 50% form for them over the last 6. Taking place at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. It's a hot pot of venue. Got a couple of games over the course of the couple of days. St. Lucia, though, wins over Curacao and Grenada. St. Martin, back-to-back games without a goal. This could be one-sided here, troops. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to sit on it with St. Lucia. Oh, my gosh. Change it. Change the scoreline. I don't like the look of that. No way, Jose. Let's put a big fat 4 here. St. Lucia to kick ass. I'm not going 0-0. I'm going to change that officially to be my actual 4-0 win. 4-0 win. No, not 0-0. What are we talking about in the end? Continue our island hopping adventure as we go back to the Trinidad Stadium over in Aruba as Aruba do take on Haiti. That's coming at you on match day number 3 on the 11th of October. Now, these two sides never played each other, but they were playing each other back-to-back here, of course, in successive games. Aruba, though, without a win in the last 4, they sit bottom. 4th in League B Group C in the Nations League. Up against Haiti, 4 wins on the bounce, including back-to-back wins in this competition. Those wins, 4-1 win over Puerto Rico, 6-0 win over St. Martin. Prior to that, wins over St. Lucia and Barbados. As for Aruba, back-to-back goalless affairs, so they're looking for a goal. Losing to St. Martin and Puerto Rico. Pretty grim stuff there from Aruba. Again, you should be only 1 winners on this one. It's going to be Haiti on the road. Should be bigger than that as well. Going to go with the 1-0 win for Haiti, but it could be more, maybe 3. But 1-0 winners in the end, Haiti taking the points. And then we head over to the island of Bermuda as Antigua and Barbuda take on the Dominican Republic. Of course, that's on also this coming match day. That's actually October the 12th as Antigua Barbuda coming at you with 8% form for them right now, without a win in at least the last 6 games. Up against Dominican Republic, who've won 3 on the bounce. That's right. 58% form for them over the last 6. And they played 3 times, these two countries, since 2012. 1 win apiece and 1 draw. The last time that they played over in Antigua, it was a 2-1 win for Antigua Barbuda back in September 2014. Of course, the hosts are Antigua Barbuda, winless in at least 6. Last time they got anything out of game was a 1-1 draw against Bermuda back on June the 5th. As for Dominican Republic, 3-2 winners over Bermuda and a 2-0 win over Dominica. Put them in great standing here. And they've also played decent opposition in the past year. I'd say Nicaragua, Peru and Jamaica, and had some favourable or positive results in the end. But this match taking place at Bermuda new football stadium. Which way have I swung on this one? Surely I've gone with the away win. On the draw. It could be a draw. You could be. I'll allow it. Be a 1-1 draw, but realistically, Dominican Republic should win this game by the looks of things. And then finally, folks, we've got Dominica up against Bermuda, same venue. Of course, we're not going anywhere. Bermuda National Sports Centre over in Bermuda. It's Dominica. It's Bermuda, taking place in League B Group D. Dominica, third in the table, 3 points, just 1 win and a possible 2 in this competition. Bermuda also 1 win and a possible 2, 42% form for them over the last 6. These two sides have never played each other, but their recent track record coming into this, Dominica with a 2-1 win over Antigua Barbuda, but they did lose to the Dominican Republic back in September. On the flip side, Bermuda also lost to Dominican Republic, but they also picked up a win against Antigua Barbuda. So this is realistically smells like a who's going to be second kind of match. Will it be Dominica? Will it be Bermuda? Of course, they are playing back-to-back as well. So for this game, technically, it's Bermuda is hosting it, even though they're in the away dugout. Might go for the home win here. Nope, another 0-0, sitting on the fence. It is quite difficult to call these games, some of them, but I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Now, like I said, we have ditched the prediction league, but what I would like you to do, in this, in the description, there will be the matches here. So please copy that, put it in the comments, and then put your own scorelines down there and see just how well. The ones that want to take part, put your predictions in down below, and then we'll compare them when we come back around for the next games, which of course will probably be around about the 12th or 13th. We'll drop the next video. But until then, guys, subscribe. Of course, don't forget to vote. Best club content creator football league, best podcast for the football league. You're looking for /vote BRFC, and Blackburn Rovers Seas is the place. That, my friends, is what I've got for you. Please, please, please go ahead and vote and subscribe if you're new. We've got a lot going on over the channel over the next couple of weeks, but hopefully you're going to be there to enjoy the ride. Until then, we're done.